And please welcome DARPA neurologist Geoff Ling.
Thank you, Keena, for that really stirring tribute. And thank you also to our 5 friends for sharing very personal experiences on what their experiences were after, of course, the 9/11 tragedy. I think everybody in this room, everybody, knows exactly where they were and what we were doing on that day, and subsequently, how it affected each of our lives. One of the things that came through, I think in all the stories, was we came together as a community. I don't think anybody in this room sought to exact revenge on anybody. Instead, we looked to say, how can we come together as a community to make the world a better place? I'm going to share with you a story of one of my patients. So when I'm an Army doctor, or was an Army doctor, there was a patient that was brought into the triage area. His unit had been ambushed in East Baghdad. And he was blown out of the cupola of his Humvee and landed on his back. And so I went to see him in the triage area, and he had a broken back. He had a fracture at T3 and T4, non-displaced. And so I went and I looked at him, and he was able to move his hands and his feet. He was fine, no spinal cord injury. So I said to him, Mr. Trooper, I got good news for you. You have the $1 million wound. That's a wound that you will recover fully from, but it's severe enough to get you out of the war. All I got to do is put you in this plastic cast for a couple of weeks, and you'll be right as rain. And he starts to cry. Starts to cry. And I said, no, you don't understand. You will recover fully from this wound. And he grabs my jacket, and he says, Colonel, that's not it. Do not send me home. I said, why? You have a truly honorable wound. You're injured in direct contact with the enemy. You're a hero. You're an American hero. They're going to give you a Purple Heart. You are a hero. You have nothing to be ashamed of. He said, that's not it. He said, do you know what I am when I go home? I said, what are you? He said, I'm an assistant manager of a fast food restaurant. But here, I get to help these people build a new country of their own. He is you, and you are him. If you were sent to Iraq or Afghanistan, why would you go? What would you do? You do exactly what he's doing. You're not there to rape a culture, not to steal a country's resources. You're there to do what he's doing, what all of our service members are doing, which is to help them and the world build a better community. That's what we're about. That's what America is about. That's what every one of you is about. If your children went or your friends went, that's why they would go. And so the point that I'm trying to bring here is that each of us were profoundly affected by 9/11, much as our 5 friends were. And yes, most of us did not go directly into Afghanistan and Iraq. That wasn't our skill set. That wasn't what we were supposed to do. Instead, we're supposed to use the skills that we have, that you have, to build a better community, both at home, within our nation, and of course worldwide. Because when we build that better community, we make the world safe, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. So as we move forward into the next group, I want to introduce to you 3 remarkable Americans who are doing just that.